Explain to me. Explain to me the reason why we attempt to hide from the only one who truly sees us, not as we wish to be seen, but wholly as we are and loves us in spite of us. Explain to me why it's so hard for us to find solace in the one whose love put our brokenness together and filled every crack and crevice of our fault lines so that we'd no longer need to quake at the sake of temporal sacrifice bought by a priest just as fragile and finite as us. It makes no sense to me why it's so hard for us to just believe in the belief that we claim to have. We'd rather toss to and fro and stumble round till we tumble into a pit. Then we weep and wail like our king hasn't already prevailed. Do we not see us? Do we not know us? How have we missed the sweetness of justice that nailed our sin on a cross and declared us as righteous because Christ's blood was spilled to fill God's cup of wrath so we sinners could have success and consciousness in the freedom of redemption that came about by no doing of us? So many people say, but we're not perfect. And I just don't get it, because nobody ever asked us to strive for perfection, but rather we were called and commanded to thrive in holiness, which is so far beyond, because it puts our trust and ability in the hands of a God who raised the dead, us, from the grave and gave us everlasting life, that we'd walk every day in a way that glorifies him. But rather we gather up lost hopes of falsehood that tempt us to keep us bound to the man who we once were, walking in shame and guilt and condemnation that have strong implications of death. We stay smelling of rotted flesh, and it's so sad to see, because Christ, he gave everything to bring us joy. So please explain to me the reason why we run away instead of staying inside gracious arms of mercy that lifted us above all the doubt and fear to freely gift us with eternity in bliss. How have we missed this? How do we dismiss this like it isn't everything and more than enough to keep us held fast to a promise made by a God who cannot fail us because he cannot lie, and he has promised us so much? I've such wonder as I sit here and ponder, Lord God, what is it about us that prefers godliness over God himself? What wretchedness persuades us to want Christ more than Christ's stuff, more than Christ himself? Why do we lust over things that will inevitably go bust when we have the one thing in the one who is absolutely everything we'll ever need? What is it about us that prefers sin that kills us over him who fills us with life? Please explain to me.